Set it and forget it. Bring your rupees, you know what I'm saying?
So for those of you who aren't, just so you know, if you're just listening, right now what you're seeing is a blurry dog and her blurry owner sitting behind her.
I'm kind of retarded.
Hi, you must be new.
In syphilis, the treatment is usually with penicillin.
Cheers. Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, I just went through my poetry the other day. Were you in our class? Did you have to write the poetry, the whole book?
Mm-hmm.
Because I put this stuff in storage, and that was one of the things was the poems, and mine was pretty erotic that I was going through. I didn't realize how erotic it was. And just a picture of Ronnie Coleman all lubed up. And it was one line was like he's big and black, too.
I mean, very observant.
It's very true, yeah. But
He's both of those things,
he has both of those things.
especially then.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk about touching and stuff. It was weird to look back on. I thought I was being funny.
It probably was funny. Or was it just a little gay?
A little gay.
Have we started?
Yeah, we've started. Let's just roll into this. Yeah, hello everybody. Welcome back with us.
What's up? We're a little gay.
Little gay boys at large.
Gay boys at
Nothing
large.
wrong with that.
Just a lot of sucking. A lot of tucking.
Yeah.
What do you think your strongest finger is besides your thumb?
It's gotta be my index,
Your
right?
index? How do you open a can with
Trigger
your index?
finger. Huh?
Do you open a can with your index?
I don't open a lot of cans.
You literally watched you do it.
No, I do my thumb.
If your thumb was gone, which finger do you think you'd use?
Middle seems more natural.
More natural.
But I think my
Don't you
index
think your
is going
index
to be
is stronger?
stronger. Maybe it's my ring finger. I don't
No,
know.
you're not a psycho. I think
Definitely
that's,
not pinky.
No.
Pinky's useless.
I think whatever finger you open a can with, I think that's your dominant finger. I had this thought the other day.
What do you mean?
Because Jordan, I had bit one of my nails and I had bitten it too low.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've kicked that habit, but every now and then I'll if I'm watching a movie, it's almost like
Gotta
just
get those
muscle
fingies in
memory.
your mouth.
Yeah, I just gotta
Suck
suck on my dirty little fingies. But I usually clip them these days. But every now and then I'll slip up, and I did it the other day. And it was too low. It's my middle right finger, and that's my can opening one, so I couldn't use it.
Oh.
So I was having to go start with thumb and then finish the other way. But Jordan was like, "What do you mean you open it with your middle finger?"
Yeah, that's weird.
I was like,
That's weird.
"Yeah." He's like, "No, I open mine like this," and he did his index.
He did it in index.
I do middle.
I do thumb.
I do thumb. That's my second. That's my whenever this one is out of commission.
We got to be able to test them. Which is stronger, though?
When this one's done,
Yeah, okay.
I use this one.
Okay.
But usually I like to use this one, my middle finger. You see this? My middle
yeah.
finger.
I actually think my ring finger is my strongest finger.
Why do you think that?
Just from playing music. Because that's the one I use the most. It has the most dexterity out of all my fingers.
Do you think you could bench the most?
Yeah.
Okay.
Curl.
Which finger could
You can't
bench
really
the most?
you can't really bench.
Don't sell
You
your
can
fingers
kind
short.
of only. How would you bench? That would be more of a push, like out, like that.
That's bench.
No, this is bench.
What?
That's bench to go up like that, and then like that's a curl to go in. Bench is out, kind of like a pushing,
Yeah, so you push
and then
out.
curl's a pull.
Curl,
Curl for the
bench,
girls.
and this would be flies.
Flies?
Shoulder raises. This is
Yeah,
bench.
I don't know.
So you think your ring finger is your strongest finger?
Probably. It's definitely not well.
Thumb's in a league of its own. You
Yeah,
can't
that's-
compare.
yeah,
because
thumb's
that one
gonna be
gets
the
used with like
strongest.
everything.
Because it's the most stout, and it's
Mhm.
like it's got so much happening there.
You don't-
and there's
thumb
so
don't
much
even count.
muscle around it too.
It's by far the strongest finger.
Yeah.
But on everyone,
yeah.
except people who
Should
don't have
be.
thumbs.
Animals.
Sorry.
Animals.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up because I feel like people would have been confused that we were talking about all those thumbed animals in this conversation too.
I wish animals had thumbs. That would be a different world, wouldn't it?
It would be. It's either creepy, feels normal, or is cute. I feel like.
If they had little thumbs.
Like
Well,
raccoons.
even if they had 'em now,
you
they
watch-
wouldn't know what to
You look at
do.
little raccoon
They're
hands.
kinda
That's one of the
funny.
most adorable things
Yeah,
there
they're
is.
funny. But they don't have thumbs. They just kind of pick it up.
They
right?
have. I think they.
Do they have?
They,
Let's
they look.
figure it out.
Maybe they're because I mean, what is
Raccoons.
what is like an opposable thumb? Isn't that the term?
Apparently, that's a common question. They lack an opposable thumb.
Oh, okay. They just
They just kind of scoop.
more of a scooping.
That's what I've seen. They
Scooping
kinda-
race.
Ooh, you want to see his little hands?
I would
Let's
love
go-
to see
let's go
little
look at his
raccoon. I
little
love
hands.
raccoon
Yeah,
hands.
this one's kind of creepy though. I'm
Is
not
it?
gonna lie. Yeah.
Was he holding someone's throat?
Ugh.
See, that doesn't bother. I think I
It's
like
kind
that.
of weird looking though, right?
I mean,
Like this is kind of cool.
look, he's like, come on, man.
Some long little fingers.
Yeah, they can do a lot. It looks like a thumb, though, doesn't it?
It does look. It's not opposable.
It's not opposable.
Yeah. So I mean, technically, it is a.
So, what
thumb.
is the definition of opposable?
That is a good question.
Well, you can do a new tab. You're gonna get rid of the raccoons already.
Okay, yeah,
Damn,
yeah,
dude.
you're right.
I don't want to get away from them too quick. I love looking at raccoons. I'm always excited to see raccoons. You know what I have around the house is possums.
You have possums around
Mhm.
here?
I've seen some
Yeah,
walking in
yeah.
people's yards, and then I was picking up some stuff outside to throw away. It was almost fully night, and I heard commotion. Look over. There's a possum trying to crawl up under the cover of my smoker. And when he got under there, another one shot out. So I think they were maybe eating at the runoff in the little drip bucket.
God, it's gross. Just scavengers.
Why is it gross?
No, it's just dead.
That's probably the
dead
tastiest
stuff.
thing they could ever have.
It's like fermented now, isn't it?
They're hammered. They're having a good time. They got a good taste in their
Yeah,
mouth.
that's a good point. I mean, if their stomachs can handle it, we wouldn't be able to handle it.
No,
We'd
that'd
die.
be bad news.
I respect their ability to play dead.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool. You never know when you see them on the road and stuff. Are they dead? Are they alive? I don't know. But then you're not going to go near them because they're a
Right.
possum and they have rabies.
Do all of them have rabies?
No, but a lot of them have rabies.
A lot of raccoons do as well.
And then if you got bit by something with rabies, that's bad news, man. You're gonna have to get like so many shots and stuff. You might die.
You might become rabid.
Do you know how rabies work?
You dehydrate.
No, you don't dehydrate. It slowly moves. This is how I always pictured it. Like this, almost like little. You know how you see like decay in like a horror movie, like on the walls, like spreading throughout. Like it spreads through your veins, and like it might go through your nerves. Yeah, I think it does go through your nerves, and it slowly spreads up into your brain, and then it gets into your brain, and then it messes you all up, and then that's when you go rapid.
Sounds like puberty.
Kinda, yeah. It's a slow process, though. A slow decay. Ugh.
Yeah, you don't want to decay.
You don't want to get rabies. I've had
Right.
rabies shots
Because something bit you?
for school. Had
Oh,
to.
because you're always around the animals.
So I would get it. You get it in your butt. Maybe did I get it in my stomach? I don't remember. What did
Stomach?
they give you in your stomach? It was my butt. Had to bend over.
Have you ever gotten a shot in your stomach?
I don't think so.
I was gonna say that just seems kind of mean.
Yeah.
I don't like shots, man.
They probably do in Japan for like kung fu and stuff.
Wow, way to be racist. All right,
Save
definition.
this word. Why save this word? Okay, I don't like that they put that in there.
Yeah,
That's
scroll down.
unnecessary.
I don't like that definition. Can we go to Webster?
These human thumbs are called. They are because the thumb can be moved around to touch the other fingers. Oh, okay. So they can't do that. They can't touch the other fingers with their thumb.
Really?
I guess not. It makes sense. We can't move these fingers to touch our other fingers.
I can
Yeah.
I can. There you go.
I mean,
I just did it.
in a very
I mean, it's not as
very
fluid as
ruminant way.
But I would even argue I'm moving my other fingers to my thumb more so than I'm moving my thumb to my other fingers. I mean, I
But
can
feels,
do.
it. You can,
Yeah,
like, you
I just
can
that
rotate.
seems. Can we go to Webster? I don't like this.
Where's Webster? Do you see Webster on
Just
here?
add Webster in the search
What about
bar.
dictionary.com? Is that
Dictionary.com
not-
can suck it. Just add Webster up
But
top.
what about Britannica?
That's fine.
That's
go
good.
there. Let's
Who's
you
Britannica?
just don't know how to type Webster. Is that why? Oh, good call. Just
What is this? Why would that come up? So here, we should do this then.
you put opposable thimb to begin with.
Webster.
There we go. Okay, see, opposable. This is bullshit that dictionaries like to do. Capable of being opposed or resisted.
So you better know the other words, you
yeah.
stupid dummy. I mean, okay.
Dude, that one maybe.
What? That?
Yeah. Right?
I don't know.
Capable, so opposable is with an A apparently. Capable of being opposed or applied one to another as the thumb to the fingers of the hand, able to be brought in direct spatial opposition.
Okay. So yeah, it's just opposition. We can't do that with these. They're on top of each other. It's not opposition though.
Go back to the raccoons. I just think he could do it.
Apparently he can't.
Well,
I don't think he has the wherewithal to do it either, though, because he's a raccoon.
look at it. What if we go up? What you do if you come home, see it, and you just see one more? This little guy standing there at your door.
He looks big there, doesn't he? He's like a little bear.
Yeah, he's like a
They're
bear cub.
bears. They're little bears. That's what they are. I like them, though.
Look, that looks exactly like our hand. Just one less
They have
knuckle on
little
the finger.
claws and stuff. It looks more like just an animal hand.
But it looks
to
so
be
much like a
honest.
human hand.
I'd say it looks more like a dog hand.
No,
Just longer.
dogs' little fingers
Let's
are
look.
so curved and bulbous. That's a skinny. Look at that. You're
From
telling
the
me.
top. Yeah, that looks more like that.
You're telling me
I'm saying
that raccoon's hand looks
I'm
more like
saying
that
that
dog's
looks-
hand
yeah, than
a human hand.
Yeah,
You're
that's what I'm
insane.
saying.
You're insane.
Look, that's the same.
No, it is not.
Theirs is a little bit longer and thinner, and then the
A dog-
dog's
you
is shorter and thicker.
They don't look like fingers, though.
Not from the opposite side. I'm saying from the top.
No, I am too. They party, man.
Ugh. It's like latex. Dominatrix.
Yeah, raccoons are cool. I like raccoons a lot.
Yeah.
Trash pandas.
I do too. I wouldn't want to come in contact with one though.
I would like to if I knew he was, he was clean. Like he didn't have the.
I knew he was friendly. I
Rabies.
feel like they might come after you though. I don't know. I've never really seen one in person.
You haven't? I've seen a good bit of raccoons. See, I think that's part of it too. Is they don't worry me because I know I could just punt a raccoon if I needed to.
You could.
Like,
Their
I
claws
don't
don't look
think-
that sharp either.
No, you just not want to get bit, really.
Yeah. Raccoon. Yeah, they look cool though. I like raccoons.
I love raccoons. I'd say they're a top tier animal.
Yeah, I'd say so too. I'm fine with that.
What is your number one animal?
Just like which one do I like the best?
Yeah.
Out of all animals?
All animals.
I mean, I guess big cats are the coolest, right? Lions.
Which one? Lion?
Lions. Swamp cats.
Those would be the coolest if they existed.
They would be the coolest.
They'd be terrifying.
Have we ever said what a swamp cat was? I don't even know if people that go to the high school we grew up, Lawrence Manning, know what a swamp cat is.
Have they changed it?
I don't know if you can actually find the logo anymore.
I'm sure because even we were there every now and then, they'd do a vintage shirt.
Maybe,
The
yeah.
vintage swamp cat was cool.
Because it was,
It's basically a lion with wings.
yeah, it was because when we grew up, there was this big, I guess it was was it made out of wood or metal, some sort of thing that was on the side of the gymnasium. That was, it was literally just a big lion.
Yeah, it was like his
giant wings.
profile of him standing
Yeah.
there, and he had these wings.
Yeah, see, like this is usually what comes up now, and this is only what I see if I ever go to Manning and go by the school or whatever. Maybe.
The seal.
Yes, that little seat. That's lame compared to.
What happens if you add mascot? Because even the mascot didn't have wings. Like when they bought a suit, it was just
What is this?
it was just a tiger basically, or a
Yeah.
lion suit.
It's definitely hard to find stuff on it.
Wow.
Because I mean that's not surprising.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be a terrifying animal to encounter.
I know yours is a polar bear, right?
Oh hell yeah, brother.
Bears in general, or just a polar bear?
Polar bear is definitely the most elite animal in general, and which obviously means it's the most elite bear. I would say grizzlies are probably number 2 bear, and then black bear cubs are number 3.
Cool. You know, bears don't actually sleep during hibernation.
I learned something about hibernation recently.
Yeah.
Because you just assume they just go to sleep.
Yeah, it's like we grow up, you just think, oh, they just sleep for 4 months or whatever it is, and then they wake up and they're ready to go.
Yeah. But they're just kind of in a catatonic state.
Yeah, and their heartbeat's still, it's weird.
It's like a couple beats a minute or whatever.
Yeah, it's really
The
weird.
body just living off that fat.
I wish we could do that.
You can.
You can, monks do it,
I mean,
kind of.
you could run your car into a telephone pole and roll the dice and see if you get to go in a coma for
Be a
however
little
long.
vegetable.
Yeah. Well, how about when they do like induced comas? Could you just induce a coma on a perfectly healthy person? Gotta be able to,
ask
right?
ask Michael Jackson.
Is that what happened to him? He was
Kinda.
just fine, and they were like, "Yo, MJ,
Well,
want
they-
to be in a coma?"
No. They gave him the same medication they do to like put people under. So which is
Anesthesia?
well, it like puts people. No, well, I guess it is. It just puts people to sleep. But I guess that's. I don't know how they induce a coma. How do you induce a coma? It's propofol is what he just got shot up with. To just that before bed every night. The little doctor would come in and shoot him up.
Do you have to distract him with a picture of a little boy's butthole while he does?
Allegedly.
A therapeutic coma
Sedatives.
is usually induced by using sedatives such as pentobarbital or thiopental. The patient's
Okay.
brain activity is
So, yeah.
closely monitored, and the level of drugs are adjusted accordingly to ensure the brain remains in a state of rest.
So it's the same thing. I guess you just keep getting it, like little doses whenever you need it or whatever.
Because there's those people who tell the stories of being in comas, and they can tell what's going on. I wonder if in a induced coma, if you're less likely, since the whole goal of those drugs is to just kind of shut your brain down, the activity of the brain.
Yeah.
So I guess we're better at comas than comas are.
Yeah, we're better at inducing them.
Yeah. No, but even once you're in the coma state, we make better ones than comas do.
Yeah, because they're natural.
Yeah, and we're
They're
better.
not as good.
We're better.
Yeah. Yeah, we just make it better, but better.
What do you think your number 2 favorite animal is?
You gotta go with mammals. Maybe a bear.
Bears are cool. You ever seen a polar bear?
I mean, I've seen pictures of them. I think I've seen them at the zoo.
Yeah,
They
you've seen 'em at the
don't
zoo.
look too happy at zoos though. Fat and dirty.
Yeah, kind of yellow.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Liver disease.
I like anacondas.
Ugh, I can't stay. No.
No, I don't.
I'm just saying no. I hate snakes.
Sorry, man.
They're so bad.
Bad? Like
So
naughty?
bad. Yeah. Speaking of snakes, I got bamboozled the other day by a slippery little guy. He wasn't little though. He was actually pretty tall.
What is He was kind of like a serpent? What is-
So I just finished kind of doing stuff at work, and I was doing a cleaning cycle, and then I went to walk to go get coffee downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Friday afternoon, like 4 o'clock or something. And I start walking into the town, the Noma Square, like the little square space where it's like it's an open brick area, and then there's like a bunch of shops and stuff around. You know what it is. And there was like 5 people just around there with iPads and stuff, like trying to talk to a bunch of people.
God, yeah.
And then the guy just comes up to me like he'd known me forever and starts talking to me. And he's like, I think he was 27, so he was kind of our age and stuff, dressed kind of similar. And so I was like, all right, I guess we can talk a little bit. And he starts talking, and he's got all these jokes and stuff. And then he starts talking about what he's trying to sell. And he's not trying to sell anything. He's trying to get you to donate to charity.
Yeah.
This Heifer organization.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, that's what it's called, Heifer, where they try to give actual animals to families in need, and not just like money or food or whatever, but the actual animal. So I guess like cow or chickens, so they can lay eggs and stuff. And so I was listening to this guy, and like he probably talked for like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh my God. And you stayed that long?
Well, he kept saying like jokes, and then he was talking. He apparently did home brewing stuff, and he was from Denver.
God,
we
you
were
gave
talking
him
about
personal
beer.
information.
Yeah, I did.
You idiot.
So we went.
Oh my God, dude. He played you like a cheap
he did.
fiddle.
Yeah, he did, and he had all these little jokes, and he was like, and then he asked how old I was. He said I was probably younger than him. I was like, I'm 29. And he was like, oh, man, you look good. What's your secret? And so I was like, he's pushing all the little buttons, isn't he? I'm about to turn 30, and he knows that I'm thinking about this. And then he starts talking about, like, what he needs from me. Is like, oh, I need a hair sample, your shirt, and your shoes. Just kidding. And he kept, like, elbowing me and stuff with, like, and this just happened. And he was, like, putting on this little show and this little show. I found it fairly entertaining.
Okay,
at
well,
the time.
that's good at least.
And that's why I kind of sat there and listened to it. And honestly, I was mesmerized. The next thing I know, I'm signed up for this thing, and we've had this 15-minute conversation. I don't even know what's happening.
What do you mean you've signed up?
I did like so. It's they want to like you to get on a monthly subscription for this.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, I did it, but then as soon as I went back to the brewery, I called and canceled it. But I did do it for 1 month. So
they have your card information?
yeah, but I have my credit card. So if anything goes on there, like I know, because I only put like certain things on there.
Right.
And as you know from earlier podcasts, every morning I wake up, I check thoroughly through my stuff.
That's a good. I need to get in the habit of that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was like it reminded me of that thing you taught. It was like a more advanced and more articulated and more structured version of like the homeless person, their like story and spiel on everything. It was that same kind of thing, and I was thinking like the entertainment value.
Right.
Like it was good, and I wanted to help, but I wish they would have done it in a way where it wasn't subscription, where you could have just given like a one-time little thing or something.
And I will never, ever, and no offense to anyone that would do this, give my card information to a person on the streets.
Yeah. Oh, I went through. Yeah, I don't know. Like at the time, like there was an iPad, and then we had to call and they had to verify that I don't know what happened.
Man, he could have done whatever he wanted to you. He had you in his pocket, and you were just cupping his nuts in there.
Yeah. He made me feel like he was my friend. He really did. He did a good job. He was a good salesman.
Wow. I mean, the ideal person for that job is a homeless person who now has a home, who's gotten off the streets.
That's true. Yeah.
Did he seem like he maybe been homeless at some point in his life?
I couldn't really tell. He didn't look dirty, and he didn't look like run down or beaten or muffed up or anything.
Yeah, because he got off the streets.
I guess. I mean, I guess he was super young, 27. So even if he was, I guess he could have recovered from it.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike if you're 40 or something like
Right.
that.
Well, hopefully you fed a heifer.
I hope so. So in the moment, I was like, whatever. I was feeling pretty good about the day, and it was the weekend, and then they caught me in a good mood, and I was talking to him. I mean, looking back, I wish I would have asked a couple more questions. I did research the organization a little bit afterwards.
Okay.
And it was fairly legitimate. It had 3 out of 4 stars on whatever, and so they are doing so. It wasn't a complete scam.
Did
they
you
are
see
doing
the thing
stuff.
where it shows you the percentage breakdown?
Yeah, I saw. Well, I saw as soon as I saw that the CEO makes $400,000 or whatever. I was like, this is ridiculous. So they're making money off of it, but people are still getting.
You just helped pay for a blood boy session for the CEO.
Yeah. Maybe he needs it.
You're not feeding a heifer; you're feeding his immortality.
Feeding his meat wagon.
Well, hey man, you did it. You did it with
also
good intent.
Yeah. Also, that same morning, I had got my tax refund back, so I was feeling pretty cheer. It was all these things that lined up where I felt so charitable and stuff too.
You were just.
It was I was preyed upon.
Yeah, he was just suckling at mother's teat when you walked up. You had a heavy wallet in your pocket, feeling good. The weather's been right up your alley recently. You're going to get coffee, your favorite liquid in the world.
Yeah, just finished the week work.
This dude told you
good.
you looked younger than him, and he was 27.
Yeah, about to turn 30. Yeah, it was everything kind of lined up for me. I mean, if he could have asked for more.
How much
honestly.
money did he get out of you?
$30.
Wow, he got 30 smackers out of you.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I thought God, this guy's working. They had to verify that it was him doing it. Everybody, it was almost it seemed to me they got commission off of it. You know what I mean? Sales commission, because they had to say that it was them. And they had 4 other people out there doing it too. They had to say it was them doing it. So I felt like it was going towards his sales too. And I was like, this guy, I don't know, maybe it's helping him get money. I don't know. But I will say, after the fact, after everything was said and done, that is my one charitable deed for 2021.
You're not going to do any more?
Probably not.
Hey, man. You got to worry about number one first, am I right?
I mean, as far as giving money, maybe I can do something else, but...
Yeah, you're way more likely to give money than give your time to some organization. You lying shit.
I didn't say I would. I'm saying I'm not giving money, though.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying, you did it with good intent, no matter what kind of child sex slave that money buys for that CEO. You didn't.
Yeah, here's the takeaway from it. If that situation happens, and if I could go back, I would ask those questions where's the money going?
Mm-hmm.
How
what
is
percent of my $30
exactly
will go to the animals?
Yeah, that would be the main question. And then also I would ask him do you really believe in this? Do you stuff like that? But in the moment I was yeah. And also I was antsy to try to go get my coffee
right.
too. So anyway, that's the stuff to keep in mind for people that are. it's pretty rare encounter that
Yeah.
that happens.
Around here for sure.
Yeah.
And especially not around like Christmas.
Yeah. That's usually when they
I was
get
like,
you
man, why are these kids so much needier around Christmas?
Mm-hmm. Need presents.
Do we not like for these kids to have fun in summer? Why are you swindlers showing up now around the holiday when it's the whole season of giving?
Well, yeah, that's why, right?
It's all mental. It's all bullshit.
Yeah,
I don't
everybody's
believe any of it.
in like a charitable mood.
Yeah,
and
I don't believe any of those people for a second.
Well, it's like the mindset I had. Like those, I'm not usually like that in that like giving mood or like happy or just feeling that way. But then around Christmas, more people are. Like maybe I am too. I think I am. I don't know.
What's ingrained in you?
Mm-hmm. Just
from an early age.
Yeah, to be nice in those little tiny moments.
Well.
Like that's the time when anybody asks you for anything, you got to go above and beyond. But the rest of the year, don't worry about it.
No, I've nothing pleases me more than to walk by that annoying asshole out front of Walmart ringing their little bell.
Get pleased.
Huh? Yeah, I get pleasure from it.
Sexually?
Yeah.
Wow, you deviant.
I'll just walk back and forth, just coming. They're ringing their bell, and I'm just, when I hear the sound of my change not hitting the bottom of their little bucket.
Well, how do you feel about this? There's an update. I'm sure you saw this.
What is this?
Speaking of deviants.
Oh, is this Thornblade?
No, this isn't Thornblade.
Rope-bound mannequin torso left behind by Army Hammer's movers in L.A. I have not seen this.
Okay. Yeah.
Someone planted it there, right?
I don't know.
What did the article say? He quietly vacated his swanky L.A. home he used to share with his estranged wife.
So that's apparently
under
true.
the cover of night.
Yeah, that's apparently true. Then they had some trucks come in, try to clear the thing, found the torso. I have an update.
Convenient.
I thought this was hilarious. I have some more updates after this, though.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know about. Go back up. Oh, that was a good example too. About sex knots. I was about to say, the little bit I know about is from one of the episodes of Bourdain. He interviewed someone who was like really good. Like this is what they do. They tie people up. But the ones on the torso, it looks. I mean, it's pretty uniform.
Yeah, I mean, it's uniform. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not like that.
No, it's not that intricate.
That's also different rope, too.
Yeah, and you know, it's like there's different ways to tie a tie.
Yeah,
that's
true.
his wife? His ex-wife?
I guess.
She kind of looks like Natalie Portman.
He looks boyish there.
With his clean face.
Yeah, so there was this that came up. I thought it was pretty. Yeah, I thought it was.
That's funny.
It is funny, but also I did find out that the girl that was saying they had the cannibal conversation stuff, she came out and said that was completely fake.
We said that already.
Did we already say that? Did we just talk about it, or did you see it?
We talked about it. The one that had the screen grabs.
Yeah,
and said it was fake, but then said no, those messages were fake later.
Yeah,
Has she come back out again to say no, the original ones were fake?
I don't know, but apparently she did like a whole thing of back and forth saying it was fake. She just had she had a voice thing, and she just had a friend that sounded like him.
That was part of the it was part of the conversation we were.
Yeah. So I don't know what to believe.
I think someone who is decent, and why did they pick this picture where he looks like what's his name?
Big Lebowski?
He's got Big Lebowski's outfit, but why can't I think of the guy's name? He's in a bunch of Tarantino movies. He's in Kill Bill. But somebody who knew how to tie some decent sex knots that lives in the neighborhood must have seen him moving.
They
and
just
was
put it right at the top right there too,
yeah,
just
because
sticking out.
Obviously,
just sticking out. And they said the movers put it in there too.
Yeah, that's pretty convenient. I like it. I like that they took.
I do too. I think it's fun.
The
whole
the
thing's
opportunity.
Funny. I mean, it's unlikely that he's a mass murderer at this point.
Yeah.
But he could be.
But he's aware of what's going on.
You think so?
Oh yeah, he
got
knows
dropped
that,
from his agent.
Yeah, and like he knows that there's all this stuff on the internet about him.
Yeah.
If this was truly his, I imagine he would at the very least just take the rope off.
Yeah.
Before he left.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't even want the movers to see that. I would imagine.
You would.
Or maybe he gets off on them seeing
it. If you were trying to hide, that could be the case.
Because he could be very well could be a deviant.
But if they had any evidence or anything, he wouldn't just be. You'd see more news and stuff. It's just like a funny little.
It's the internet
thing.
Man.
This
it's the power of the World Wide
I like
Web.
that we have this Page 6 team.
Yeah, it's a fun story.
Yeah, it is fun.
I like that.
Also, this is I meant to pull this up. Did you see they're changing the name of Aunt Jemima?
What are they calling her?
Pearl Milling Company. I thought that was pretty good. Because that was one of the most racist brand things that there was. And it lasted. I think it's kind of cool that it's like transitioning into stuff like that. Like, is Uncle Ben still a thing?
Uncle Ben's, I think they're changing too.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Because that was pretty racist too.
There's going to be Earl Milling.
Let's see. I meant to Uncle.
The only way Aunt Jemima could have been worse is if they called it Auntie Jemima.
Are they
Ben's Original? Is that what they're changing to? Uncle Ben's changing names to Ben's Original after criticism of racial stereotyping. Boxes of Uncle Ben converted rice on a store shelf. What? Mars Incorporated announced Wednesday that it's changing the name of the brand to Ben's Original.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Ben will now be known as Ben's Original.
Yeah.
Kind of a repetitive little snippet from that
article. Yeah,
article.
it really is. Yeah, I actually made a point to look at this when I was in the grocery store last week.
Was it Pearl?
Still Aunt Jemima.
They're still selling.
I guess maybe my guess was they're gonna just run out of the product they have and then go on to the new one. Man, 131 years they've had that name, but it's for the best. Aunt Jemima, and then it was like, what did it look like?
I mean, it was just a sweet looking lady smiling there, but did she have on like kind of a? Yeah, I mean the exaggerated features.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the original? Far right? Was there a real?
Huh?
Or they just took a picture of some lady and put it on there?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's an
interesting question. If that was actually her, and like that's what she went by. But even if it was, you can't have that now.
Yeah.
Oof.
That is God.
Oof. That one's rough.
At least they put Uncle Ben in a nice bow tie and a suit, you know.
Well, let's see what he used to be like.
Yeah, you imagine that. Yeah, that one makes like he's more of like a butler.
Yeah, it does
in the white.
Yeah.
In the blue, he looks like just a guy who's dressed up.
Yeah.
So he used to look more like in a subservient. Well, there he is on his days off. He takes the tie off, undoes a button.
Yeah.
He's not Uncle Ben. He's Zaddy Ben.
Oh, there he is.
He
looks pretty good.
Yeah, he's got cufflinks.
He's in like a nice office.
From the desk of Uncle Ben, chairman. So was it his company?
Chairman?
I feel like if Uncle Ben started the company and put himself on there, it's not racist, right? Is that the story?
Well, I don't know.
We're about to get canceled because we're saying Uncle Ben's not racist. Uncle Ben's rice was first marketed in 1943 and was the top-selling rice in the United States from 1950 until the early 1990s. What happened? What rice company up and dethroned Uncle Ben? But there's some good backstabbing in the rice.
Manhattan.
Manhattan?
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Ben people also ask, is Uncle Ben a black-owned company? Uncle Ben is rebranding, but Master P has his own black-run rice company. Percy Miller, a.k.a. Master P, says he's glad Uncle Ben's is finally changing its name and logo. but he'd rather see people support black-owned brands. So that makes it sound like, according to Master P, who I guess is also in the rice game, so I don't know if we should trust him or not, but he says Uncle Ben's is not black-owned.
Yeah.
But sounds exactly like a black business owner, something they'd say if they were in the same game as the leading company for decades.
Yeah, let's see. What is
Oh, well, does
I want to see Master P rice.
Master P announces new food brand to replace Aunt Jemima.
What?
Louisiana Seasoned is what it's called.
Louisiana Seasoned. And to replace both of them?
Oh, look, Uncle P's. Is that
There's
real?
Uncle P's. Uncle P's.
Is this real? I hope this is real. Because if this is real, I am only buying Uncle P's Louisiana Seasoned rice from now on.
All right, what's he doing? Chef Boyardee. What is this? Chef Boyardee.
So it says, last December, New Orleans rapper, producer, music exec, and seemingly inexhaustible entrepreneur Master P put on a chef's coat embroidered with the name Chef Boyardee and launched his own line of individually packaged ramen noodles. Quote, I grew up on noodles. Now I created my own brand. Start small and build. Get you some product if you want to be successful, he wrote on Instagram. It's, quote, it's nothing like this New Orleans flavor, creamy chicken and gumbo. You can cook it on the stove or you can put it in the microwave.
Wow, so he's going to take over. So what is
They were called wrap noodles. He's releasing his own line of Uncle P's Louisiana seasoned foods as well, which will include beans, grits, and rice, as well as pancake mix, syrup,
and oatmeal.
Yeah, Master P saw
an opening.
And he shoved himself right in there.
Yeah, he really did. He saw, these people are changing. Yeah.
He said, when you look at Aunt Jemima, quote, when you look at Aunt Jemima and you look at Uncle Ben, we don't own those products. We never did, Miller said earlier this summer. We need to understand that we're not going to be able to put money back in our, in brackets, black, in brackets, community because we don't own those brands. Our grandparents have been having us buy those products because they think it's people that look like us.
Oh, yeah. That's him.
There you go.
Master P. Chef Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee.
I like that.
That's pretty cool.
But he's not really making like Chef Boyardee stuff. He needs to get it. He needs to get into that for sure.
Pastas.
Rice. I mean, how do you get into the rice business?
Got to have a lot of land.
I guess. Do they grow rice in the United States?
Yeah, I mean that was...
Where? Have you ever seen a rice field?
Not current, but I mean that's like part of the thing is like
Louisiana. Do they grow rice?
Well, South Carolina used to be one of the biggest rice exporters in the nation back in the day, and it was all built on the backs of slaves who brought the knowledge of rice over from Africa and how to grow it and how to tend the fields, and then we were like, oh, this is our thing now.
Yeah,
you keep doing it. We're gonna get rich and beat you.
That makes sense.
So that's part of that's entrenched in all this.
Yeah.
But Chef Boyardee is here to change things now. You can get rice from Master P.
Yeah, I want to try it.
Yeah, we need to make a point to look at this. Look for this.
I definitely have not seen this.
I have not.
It hasn't made it to the shelves of Greenville's Harris Teeters. That's all I know.
It's got this nice poppy color scheme.
Yes, very, very yellow.
It feels comforting. I feel like maybe they could have turned off a few of the studio lights when they took his picture, or at least gotten the reflections out of his glasses. But hey, you know what? As long as the rice is good.
All right. Well,
whatever.
that's cool. So that's going to be the new brand.
There you go.
Yeah, nobody's going to buy a Pearl Milling Company. Maybe I don't know. Maybe
I mean, I don't
know.
I
don't care. I don't really buy pancake mix.
I don't either. And a lot of times I don't really care what brand of something I get.
Yeah.
I often just try and find the one that's the cheapest.
Yeah, that's
wherever
true.
I am. Like if I go to a store, I'm usually going to buy their brand of whatever.
And that's actually good for the grocery store too, because they make more money off of that.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, because like the last time I bought baking mix, it was Publix brand. I think.
Did it seem to do okay?
It's fine. I put it in sausage balls.
Love a good
So
sausage.
you tell me.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Was that for Friendsgiving?
Yeah.
That was the last time you made your famous sausage balls?
Yeah.
You ought to make some next week and bring them over.
You think so?
Don't you?
I mean, I could. I feel like I need a big stage, so I have a bunch of people to feed them to. Pop a nice ball in their mouth.
I'm a big people.
You're a big people ball, mouth ball guy. Huh? You like sucking on balls?
Yeah,
Huh?
yours.
Okay.
With that Publix mix in there.
Mm-hmm. All right, we did get sent a video too.
Yeah,
What
so
you got?
another leaked video from the upcoming Bourne movie of another person who is out to get Jason Bourne. And Ken, let me tell you, this guy's not playing, and he's got some skills.
Did Spence
Fast forwarding through.
make it back in for this episode?
That cornbread loaf. Oh, that was your line. You know your boy Spence's loaf hits different.
All right, here we go.
It's 7 in the morning.
I mean, he's got technique, you know.
It's
Yeah.
7 in the morning.
So I'm guessing.
He's also got a bowl cut.
I'm guessing he is currently in ass kicking class, and he's doing a presentation for his
7 in
classmates.
the morning.
Look at that block,
7
kicking right in the chin. Ooh, spinning wheel kick. Ooh, and then
Yeah.
switches around. Ooh, and then
It's
goes
7
Super
in the
Saiyan at
mo-
the end.
I always respect people that think these moves will actually work on in real life.
I think, yeah, because there's always people like, look, the last frame, this guy's laughing at him in his
Yeah,
face. He's looking right
yeah.
at this kid, laugh at him.
It's hard.
7 in the
not to.
morning.
Is he?
He's just like he worked on this all night, and he thinks he can like.
It's
he
7
thinks
in the
people are
mo-
gonna respect him for this or
And
something.
so if you're just watching, there's a kid in class who looks like someone we were talking about earlier, right before we started recording. Doesn't he? He's standing between the first row of desks in his classroom, and he might be early high school, right?
Yeah.
And the wall, and he's doing martial arts, which
I
actually
guess you can
aren't
call it
bad.
that.
Like it seems like he's got some good pop to his kicks, some good technique. Honestly,
No, you can't. I can't
look, he's a chunky boy.
do you
Look
want me
how-
to recreate this? I can watch it once and recreate this whole
You
thing.
7
could
in the
look how
morning.
high his leg goes
Okay.
over his head. That's high. That's over his head. He's got some technique.
He practiced.
I think
Okay,
he's
I'll give it
been in
to him. He
karate.
practiced.
He's been in karate class since he was a kid.
That's possible.
Now the part that I'm noticing now that's giving me some issue is that he seems to be holding some fake weapons, which I'm guessing are pins. But that's what he's doing in this little stabbing motion in the beginning.
Is it really
Go to the beginning and look. There's little weapons in his hands. We'll play it.
there?
See, now that's him unsheathing his fake weapons. See that?
Oh, I see something.
That's him pulling out his fake daggers from his
yeah.
back.
He had it in his back.
Yeah, watch it. Play it. He'll pull them out from fake sheaths.
It's 7 in the
Pulls them
morning.
out.
Okay.
And now he presents them to his
Yeah.
enemy,
So he's
to Jason Bourne.
pins.
Slices, kicks him in the face.
What is this move?
That's him.
Yeah.
He's slicing some nerds in front of him. That made the
Roundhouse,
poor
Patrick
choice.
Swayze special
Look,
right there.
7 in the morning.
man, and these kids are just
7.
laughing at his
Yeah,
ass.
I mean, this we had kids like this.
Yeah, and see that's the part where it becomes
Every school has kids.
it
like
becomes
this.
unfair for the bullies in the world at this point. Like a lot of times we like to, say you shouldn't bully, blah
Yeah.
blah. But I think if you're doing this, it's almost like, wearing a MAGA hat to the Democratic National Convention.
Yeah, you're
asking for it.
Yeah, you are. You are. But he doesn't. He has zero self-awareness. Zero.
Is there no one like?
He has none.
I get.
It's like these people, like, think the mindset you have to have to go and, like, practice this. So you're sitting in your room at night and you're practicing this. And it's like, oh, I'm going to go to school the next morning.
See, that's where
and
you screw up.
I'm going to go in front of the class and I'm going to present these moves that I've been working so hard on. And they're going to think I'm such a badass. They're gonna think I'm so cool, and they're gonna respect me, and they're gonna like me, and I'm gonna have friends, and I'm probably gonna get a girlfriend, and now my life's okay. That's their thought process.
Yeah, and see the issues arise when you take it out of your room, because I think if you're doing this in your room and that's how you enjoy spending your time, more power to you. Like whatever you want to do. Like I say about everything, as long as you're not hurting people or causing negative anything to someone else, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
If you want to do this with like a ball gag and a butt plug in, I don't care. As long as you're not like hurting someone else. But when you show up and then you do this in class, these kids are human. You're gonna get picked on. But then
but somehow in his mind he thinks the exact opposite.
Right. But when he does get picked on, and then goes home was like, yeah, I did my sweet moves and these kids picked on me. If I'm the parent, I'm like, yeah, nerd, like you shouldn't have done it at school. Or you find a group of people, just don't even have to act normal. Just act like yourself, but don't do karate in class unless you're in karate class. And you'll find people who have similar interests, and then maybe you can do your fake martial arts with them. But this type of behavior needs to get bullied out of you.
I don't know. Like I see what you're saying, but I feel like it makes them just crumble because now.
So and then they need to rebuild themselves
stronger. Or either they just kill themselves.
Thinning the herd. I mean, if they kill themselves, they're way less likely. This dude's high on the list of school shooters. They're way less likely to show up and shoot up the school. Yeah. He's white. He's nerdy. That might be red hair. Very high on the list of school shooter.
Yeah, that's true. He probably
either
owns a trench coat.
Like you bully him because he's doing karate in geography class. There's a globe and a world map on the wall. I'm guessing this is geography.
God, I honestly, I don't know how you.
Maybe they were talking about the Ming Dynasty, and he was like, "Oh, here's what they used to do."
Yeah. In all seriousness, I don't know how you deal with this because you're right. He doesn't need to keep doing it.
No.
And nobody says anything. He's going to keep doing it. And that's the world we live in now. I'm sure, like in high school, like I don't know if this is recent. This looks recent.
Looks pretty recent.
They are picking on him, I guess.
And this is
in
at
my mind,
least 720 video vertically, so this is probably an iPhone or an Android.
But in my mind, like you're not allowed to do anything about it now. Like you're not allowed to pick on it because then you're like.
Then you're the problem.
Yeah, you're the problem. But at the same time, if you don't do that, he's going to keep doing this through life. He's going to have no self-awareness. He's not going to know anything. And it's just, that's going to be an issue for him. So you're hurting him in the long run.
That's what I'm saying.
But then if you bully him to, I don't know, there has to maybe constructed bullying. Because if you just keep bullying him and just keep putting him down, then he becomes like depressed and starts like, then maybe he does shoot up a school.
Right.
What's the answer?
The answer is, that's like you bully him. He needs to be bullied. And now he has hit the crossroads. Right? And now he either goes down the path of, oh, I shouldn't do that in front of those people if I don't want to get bullied. Yeah. Or he takes a stance of, it's going to be cool this time. I just didn't do the right move. If he goes down that path, you bully him again. Yeah. You've let him know again, hey, man, still not cool with us. And eventually, hopefully, like you're saying, it builds self-awareness of like, oh, I need to find people with similar interests and do it with them.
Yeah,
so we can all build each other up. But
see,
you don't. This is the kind of shit
they don't need to do that stuff.
They can do that.
He needs a friend like this guy to not.
This kid's laughing at his ass.
I know. Well, not like he needs a friend to tell him, hey, you look ridiculous. Stop doing this.
Yeah, and that's what the entire class is doing. When
they're
like,
that's
Ha,
aggressive.
idiot. What are you doing?
That's aggressive.
So, he needs a friend who's like, hey, man, let's do that at your house. Or we can go to my house. Mom said we can go to my house and do karate. But you gotta. I'm not saying kick his ass unless he keeps it going. Because here's the problem: you just sit there and listen to him. All of a sudden, this dude's an adult. Now he's got adult money, and he's not pulling pins out of fake sheets. He's pulling actual katanas out and swinging around in public in the park because no one was like, "Hey, stupid, stop." You gotta bully this shit out of kids.
It's hard to watch. It's hard to see.
Yeah,
it's hard to think about.
Incredibly cringy.
It's God, yeah.
But now here's the funny thing about this guy. If people did start bullying him and an actual conflict arose, I actually think he would kick most of their asses because he actually knows what he's doing a little bit.
I mean, he has a few set he has a choreographed set of, it's like his little dance moves. I think if he's put into a situation, first of all, his stamina does not look like it's going to go very
And
far.
I think all he has to do is land one of those very
Roundhouse
skilled roundhouse kicks on one jabroni that's
maybe,
picking on
but
him,
also,
and the rest will be like, "Oh shit, he's legit."
also that wind up though, you're going to
What
be
wind
able
up?
you're going to be able to move out the way and before he hits you with that. Look at that. He backs up and then comes into it.
Well,
You got time to move out the way.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
You got plenty of
Right,
time.
but
to
kid,
get
you
out.
gotta understand here. He's not in an active combat situation.
You think he can go faster? He's trying his hardest.
I
right
don't
here.
think he even has to go faster. I think he waits on you to approach him, and he just pops it right in your chin. You bite the tip of your tongue
It's
off.
like he's punting a football right here. It's like he's approaching a football to punt it.
That you can't do that.
I can't do the roundhouse kick?
You can't do around it. Look how his leg's pretty straight, and he curls his heel around and pops it at the end. He knows what he's doing.
He's getting some momentum right there. You see his
he
flabbing.
could. If he landed that on any of these little kids, they're
It's
going
7
down.
in the morning.
He knows what he's doing,
Okay. Yeah.
and I guarantee you those aren't his only 3 moves.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. I think he brought his best for this
It might
class
be his
presentation for show and tell. This guy, I mean, I don't. It's a weird because there was people like this in our high school, and there's people like this, I'm sure, in every high school. I don't know where they are now. What are they doing? Maybe they're fine. Maybe they're happier than us. I don't know. Maybe just did the people get picked on in our high school that did it? I think so.
I know. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I think
I saw to it that they did. For a while.
How old were you?
When I was bullying people, it was pretty early on. Still trying to figure out how interactions worked.
Yeah. I mean, I did too.
But I mean, then there
Middle
was
school.
still times, like, I don't know. I just feel like when it becomes a war of words, and I don't say this to sound cocky. Often I feel like I'm going to outclass somebody in that interaction.
Yeah.
I feel like I think of things quicker than
Whittier.
other people. Yeah.
Mm.
And so often people are just lobbing softballs. And then I'm just sending them, 400 dead center.
The green monster.
Yeah. Just clearing it.
Yeah.
So stuff like that arose as, I got older. And obviously, like, you still are not really a human even when you're a senior in high school.
No, not at all.
But I
Idiot.
wouldn't, to someone's face who was doing something like this, just pick on him now.
Yeah.
I might laugh about it with you
Yeah.
in private.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think you just gotta bully this kind of behavior out of people.
I think he just needs a friend to tell him, hey, just don't do this stuff, man. Just think about it.
See, again,
I
think the friend says don't do it in front of them.
I guess I've never actually talked to a person that has this mindset. I would like to know their mindset. Like when I want to know, I had this scenario in my head of what he was thinking of the night before, and he was going to go, maybe, I don't know, maybe that's not it though. I'd love to know just what they're thinking in these situations, because it's almost, to me, in a sense, respectable. Because I am way too self-conscious to ever do anything like that. I would be terrified.
Well, I mean, is being, because I'm self-conscious as well, is being self-conscious, do you respect it because you're self-conscious? But then it's like, I would rather be self-conscious than so unaware.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, I mean, like, I wouldn't be able to go do something that I thought was cool or say something.
But you do.
Say
you
something
get up and play music in front of people.
The class. There's other people, though, so it's a little bit different. And it's still terrifying, too.
Yeah, but you do it.
I do it because I feel forced to. He doesn't feel forced. Maybe he does feel forced to. I don't know. He feels
and
like
I'm trying to think.
His chance.
I know I can speak obviously best for my class because like where we went to school, such a small pool of humans. A lot of them you were with from kindergarten all the way to senior year.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I can remember, we never had, like in my class, we never had a kung fu martial arts nerd.
No.
We had horse girls. We had, I know in the grade above us, like the real hardcore military nerds. And then there was this one guy. We were close with one time this guy who was obsessed with dinosaurs when we were in like second or third grade. Really obsessed with dinosaurs. We'd be on the playground and he would tuck his arms in and do claws and chase the girls and screech and or whatever, chasing them around. And then there was a time, what do you want to call him?
Brady.
Brady?
Yeah.
Where randomly hear the teacher go, Brady, what are you doing? And he's like, nothing. She's like, are you writing on your desk? He's like, no. She goes, move your arms. Moves his arms. Dude had drawn Godzilla across the entirety of his desk.
That's pretty cool.
But it didn't look like Godzilla. It was like a circle
what
on
he
top of a bigger circle with some feet.
The snowman.
So, but we didn't have, yeah, but I mean, again, like, especially to be this age and still doing that, I guess the closest we had was the military freaks.
Yeah, that was about it. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of different
kung fu
mental disorders at our school, I guess. I don't know if I would call this a mental disorder. It's definitely something happening. Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for the kid. I don't know what the answer is. I want him to stop doing it.
I think probably
for his own sake.
This
I want
video
him to
going
stop doing
viral
it.
might make him stop.
Yeah, I think so too.
Or maybe it gives him a platform to do it more.
Or maybe he finds his community
with
it, which is maybe what he needs. I don't know because there's nobody telling him not to do it. So maybe he finds people that tell him, "Oh, yeah, like you said, let's do it together."
Yeah, you find people with common interest. Like this is not the kind of thing you can just force on people.
Like if you're gonna do that, if you care about it, just do it in like an actual
dojo.
An actual setting. Like don't just like do it with spar with somebody.
Yeah,
that's fine. Do that. But this is silly.
Yeah, this is something you do on your own in your room until you make friends with people who you then realize, oh, they're into the same stuff. Then you can do it together. You can come up with choreography. Like I never showed up at school and started jerking off in the classroom because I'm like, guys, look at this cool thing I do when I'm by myself in my room.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's I mean, it's like the same thing. It's like this little intimate thing that he's doing.
Like, here's how I like to spend my time alone.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe he does see it as like a dance move, though, like choreography, like you said. I don't know. I don't care. I care in the sense that he doesn't need to be doing that because he isn't going to get bullied, and it's unnecessary and it's silly.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think of all the current cast of villains that are going to be taking on Jason Bourne in the new movie? Who do you think's got the best chance? The knife guy?
Let's keep our options open. How about that?
But so far, who we have?
Why can none of them be in halfway decent shape? Why is that? Why is it a prerequisite that they just have to be just
pull up the Blade Boy? I think he's got the best chance so far.
Let's see if we can find him.
Is it on here?
It should be.
There's Bourneville, and I don't know if that's the right one.
No, that's a different
Oh,
one.
no, that's Water.
I think you actually sent it to me last time.
So you probably deleted it.
No, I didn't delete. It's gonna be.
Well,
in
didn't you do a
here.
factory reset?
Not on this. Anyway,
Yeah,
I remember him. Yeah.
Well, let's see what that other one is. I don't remember.
Which one?
To go, just hit back.
This one?
Bourneville. Yeah.
This
which
is
one
the
was he?
desk thing, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. This guy. Oh yeah.
Can I
this
see
guy,
it?
Okay. He's actually.
Oh, is this the parkour guy?
Yeah, parkour.
Oh, I do kind of remember him.
McLovin.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty slick.
Yeah.
That one.
No, it's
That's
not
the one
so
we could all
great.
do. That one's tough.
Yeah.
And see, it sounds like people are kind of chuckling with him. So I think he might be a little more self-aware than
Maybe.
the other Chungus we just
He
played.
he might be the best candidate at this point.
I think the knife guy's got the best shot. He really knew how to wield. We'll have to pull that, put that up for next week.
Yeah, we'll have next week. Stay tuned for a big breakdown of who's going to be the next Bourne villain. We'll go through them all, do the pros and cons, weigh out the options. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, I think knife
Stay on the
guy's
edge of your
probably got
seat.
it.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, thanks, Jordan. That turned into a lively debate.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for sending us stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone else, did anyone send any band names?
Nope, I haven't heard.
You know, I thought of after we were done, we didn't name the best metal band name that recently came to light.
Okay.
The Tony Little Tragedy.
Yeah. That's a good God. That was like a week or two. That's pretty good, huh? Subconscious.
Yeah.
It's gotta be. Probably made me think about it. That is pretty good.
That's a good metal band name. The Tony Little Tragedy.
All right. Well, shouts out to Tony Little and the Gazelle
His
freestyle
thick thighs.
and the bus. That
Yeah, shouts out that bus driver.
hopefully they're okay. Well, shouts out to you, man.
Thanks, guy.
You're welcome. Shouts out to sausage balls. Sausages.
Sauce's balls.
I did see it. Now they're marketing sauce for animals. I saw at PetSmart the other day.
What do you mean?
It was just they had like
to like put on their food?
yeah, to put in their food to
That's
like help their
cool.
coat. So it actually was like a bottle, like they looked like a sauce bottle you
Yeah.
buy in a grocery store, and it had the kind of brown like liquid consistency. Yeah. you just pour it.
Wow.
It was a good. I thought it was a pretty good marketing play on their part.
I like that.
Shouts out to Army Hammer and sex bound people. What else do we talk about? Shouts out to Poems and middle school, and not shouts out to bullies, but shouts out to constructive criticism of people that are doing that kind of stuff that guy was doing. I think. Yeah, that's all I got.
Gotcha. Well, now that you stuttered your way through that, President Biden. Shouts out you.
Oh, stimulus check.
Are we getting them? When?
Should be approved this week.
Cool.
It passed the House and the Senate. And revisions are back to the House, and then he's got to sign it.
Awesome. Thanks, Your Honor. Shouts out you and your knowledge of stimulus checks. Shouts out Pet Sauce.
Yeah.
Shouts out Jordan. Thanks again. I'll shout out the bullies since you so rudely bullied them out of your shouts out.
Kind of didn't I? Ooh, Master P.
Oh, yeah. Shouts out Shep Where Our P, Uncle P's Rice, the whole line, the syrup, All of it.
Here up.
Pass the year up. Shouts out David Fincher.
All right.
Bye.
See you guys.